27-year-old Surrey man has been charged with criminal negligence causing death in connection with the deaths last November of a mother and her daughter in a fire at their home. Adrian Sprossen appeared in Surrey Provincial Court Thursday charged with 2 counts of criminal negligence causing death, 1 count of willfully setting fire to paper that was likely to cause a building to catch fire, and 1 count of robbery related to a Feb. 1 incident at the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce on King George Highway. Lorraine Moyley, 42, died in the fire when she ran into her burning home to look for her daughter, 12-year-old Tyke Millie, who also died in the fire.
Sentencing adjourned after man's guilty plea. Sentencing has been adjourned to March 2 for a man who pleaded guilty to charges related to an arson that killed a Surrey mother and daughter. Defense lawyer Al Holm asked Friday in Surrey Provincial Court for a 2-month delay in sentencing to allow time for a California forensic expert to examine the Crown's evidence. Holm would not explain to reporters why the evidence needed to be re-examined since his client, Adrian Sprossen, 27, pleaded guilty to the charges in September 1991. Sprossen is to be sentenced for 1 count of manslaughter and 1 count of criminal negligence causing death. The November 1990 house fire on 56th Ave in Surrey killed Lorraine Moyley, 42, and her 12-year-old daughter, Tyke Millie. A pair of newlyweds spotted the fire after leaving their wedding party. The groom, Steve Nordquist, 27, of Surrey, knocked down the front door of the burning house and rescued 3 people. The mother escaped but was killed when she ran back inside to try to save her daughter.
Arsonist described as a chronic alcoholic and drug abuser was jailed Friday for 8 years for starting a fire that killed a Surrey mother and daughter. But a surviving family member said the sentence is little comfort for herself, her brother or her father. In my mind, whatever he got wouldn't have been an appropriate sentence for the 2 lives he took and the family he took apart, Celine Lee, 17, said outside court. Adrian Sprossen, 28, of Surrey, had pleaded guilty to 1 count of manslaughter and 1 count of criminal negligence causing death. Killed in the November 18, 1990 fire at a home on 56th Avenue. Were Lorraine Moyley, 42, and her 12-year-old daughter, Tyke Millie. The mother initially escaped the fire, but died when she ran back inside to try to save her daughter. Court was told Sprossen, who lived near the Lee residence, watched with binoculars while the fire engulfed the house. In sentencing, Provincial Court Judge Jean Litwin rejected Sprossen's argument he accidentally set the house on fire while breaking and entering. I am satisfied beyond a reasonable doubt that Sprossen deliberately set the fire with a liquid, callous disregard for the lives of others. Litwin said Sprossen, who has previous convictions for drugs and breaking and entering, was drinking fulls. Allegheny Place Mall September 16 to 20 Guildford Town Centre September 30th of October. 4 Lansdowne Park October 7 to 11. In my mind, whatever he got wouldn't have been an appropriate sentence for the 2 single quote lives he took and the family he took apart. Celine Lee 99 heavily that night and may have injected drugs. She also said he did nothing to alert the family or the authorities. The reason he did it is unknown, Litwin said. But he must have known there were people sleeping in that house. Assertion that he is now deeply at Nunnarinaiui. T-A11 AAP, Ignias on Missini or mere Dravery in attempting to rescue the C1 Ale. FJ1 single quote 1 Lamney. She said the consequences were devastating for the Lee family and that family members have had great difficulty rebuilding their other lives.